Hello, and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am the teacher, Dan.
I'm one of the students, Morg.
And I'm the other student, Devon.
And this week, we finally finished talking about Sonic Adventure 1. It took us 83 episodes to get there, but we finally finished.
Hell yeah.
Finally, we know what Tikal was trying to tell us.
Do we?
I'm trying.
There's one big bit of news that's immediately coming to mind. Recently, it was announced that, that a remaster collection of Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and CD, was going to be coming out to all platforms called Sonic Origins. It's supposed to feature, two different versions based on, the different versions of, or two different versions of each game. One version is the original version's just like a straight up ROM, and the other version is are these anniversary versions, or is that what they're called? Let me see. I think, anniversary mode, which, adds in, widescreen resolutions, various quality of life features, and you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 1 and 2. There's new stages added. There's, stuff from the mobile ports that are very famous for being, extremely high quality and a wholly rebuilt version of the game. There's also new opening and closing cinematics based on the, sort of like how Sonic CD had them, for 1, 2, and 3 Knuckles. It's gonna cost $40, which I think is a bit much. And also they added in the website lists the features in a very weird way that doesn't make it super clear what it's supposed to be like. So you've got the regular version, and then you've got the anniversary version, and then you have the DLC for the regular version that you can buy later to get the deluxe edition stuff. But the way they've laid it out is just very confusing. You don't really list DLCs, as part of the different version thing.
You do now.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna include a little screenshot right here. Yeah, they listed it in a really weird way.
Interesting choice.
Alright.
The other thing that's received ire is that it's going to include the third-party DRM Denuvo anti-tamper. Now, Denuvo is very controversial on account of the fact that it's bad.
I love controversy. Denuvo software is very famous for getting really into the roots of it does stuff from the root files of your computer, which it is really not supposed to do. That can seriously fuck up your computer.
What?
Great.
I don't know exactly. I'm realizing now that it's Denuvo anti-tamper, which is different from
the previous incarnation of Denuvo I've seen, which is Denuvo Anti-Cheat. I don't know how bad it can. I know how bad it can get. I don't know how bad it usually is. I mean, previous Sega games have used Denuvo. Several other more modern titles use Denuvo. I think the average person should be safe, but it's not a good look.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
What games use it?
Let me see here. Games. I think Sonic Mania used to have it, but they got rid of it. Let me check.
Good for
Games
them.
that use Denuvo. Let's see. Oh wow, there's quite a few titles here. We've got. Let's see. Metal Gear Solid V or 5. Let's see. We've got Total War Warhammer, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Let's see. Watch _Dogs 2. Let's see. Nier Automata.
Oh.
Sonic Forces.
I didn't realize it was that common, actually.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list. There are a lot of games here. Honestly, older games than I thought would have it. Life is Strange 2.
Is it, like, actually that bad, then? Or, like...
I don't think it's that bad, but...
Is it like
still
the
sucks.
risk of it
Yeah.
is just...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Mania used to have it, but doesn't have it anymore. Doom 2016 used to have it, not anymore. Let's see. Yeah.
It's just interesting, like, what causes them to get rid of it. Like, people complaining? Did it just suck for them? Like...
Yeah, that's, so yeah, it simultaneously seems very good and also very bad, but that's the Sonic experience, I guess.
That's the risk you take?
I'm looking at these, features. They did add, like, a mission mode, so you can, like, do, like, different special missions, sort of like in Sonic Adventure 2, with, like, rankings like A, B, C, S. But yeah, that's the, I think that's the main piece of news. We already talked about Sonic 2. I don't think there's been any big news, about Sonic 2 other than what's already been said.
It killed, the, new Harry Potter movie. So score one for that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
that is a net good. There's,
Move over, Summer of Morbius. Summer of Sonic is here.
Well, not, wait, let's not get crazy.
it was supposed to be the summer of Morbius.
It will be
the
the
living
summer.
vampire.
It will be the summer of Morbius, the living vampire.
What if it was this Summer of Mobius instead?
Now, hold
Could
on.
be the summer of Mobius. You've heard of the Morbius sweep. Now let's talk about the Mobius sweep.
This is how Mobius could still win.
Am I the only host that hasn't seen the movie yet?
We'll watch it as a group someday.
I could delete it out of my memory and then I would be there with you.
Great. No, don't do that. Sounds dangerous.
I could replace the neurons with the memory of Morbius, the living vampire.
No, don't do that either. I don't know if you want to see Jared Leto like that, you know?
Or like anything, really.
Yeah. So, I think that's it for news. Let us move on to talking about Sonic Adventure. We're covering Gamma's story and Supersonic's story, aka the final story.
I love the property damage that happens in these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes, playthroughs, whatever.
Yeah. So, we start with Gamma. We start with Gamma coming into existence as Eggman turns their systems on, reusing a couple lines in the process, but it's great.
He makes so many robots, he's gotta give the same speech sometime.
Mm-hmm. So, he is designated with the, code name E102 Gamma, and is to be Robotnik's eternal servant. Robotnik then, gestures, Gamma to go through a door into the, shooting range in order to, calibrate their systems and whatnot. And so, the first stage for Gamma is the last stage for Sonic. Its final egg.
Yes, and, he has to, like, shoot a bunch of, like, Tails dolls? Oh, I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah, there's just, like, the way this, like, so, how Gamma gameplay works is, you've got a timer, and you've got a gun with a lock-on. You have to, get through the stage as quickly as possible while using the, lock-on to shoot enemies and get more time.
And cause as much property damage as you possibly can.
Also cause a lot of property damage. Like Star Fox.
Like Star Fox.
So, in this sort of training level, there's no regular enemies. Instead, Gamma has to shoot, little, stuffed dolls of, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Sonic being the, quote-unquote boss of the level.
Yeah. He's the one you have to shoot at the end.
Eggman be like, I'm over Sonic.
Mm-hmm. These are his toys, his stuffed toys of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles that he, like, fills with milk.
What the fuck?
He says I'm over him. I don't think about him at all. Please kill him.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just thinking about this joke in a stream I watched of, this game where, someone described it as Eggman treating them like that one Webkinz plush post.
God.
Gamma is able to defeat all of the stuffed dolls and win the training course.
But can he win Eggman's love?
Mm-hmm.
No.
But he can try, because now, in order to pass his exams, he has to, duel his older brother, E101 Alpha. Or Beta, sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was
E101 Beta. I think Zero is technically Alpha.
Yeah.
So, you get a little boss fight. Gamma has to shoot Beta a bunch.
Welcome to the killing fields.
Mm-hmm. And
they murder their robot sibling. But they're fine.
For Eggman's amusement.
Yeah.
But they're fine. They'll just get rebuilt.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They're gonna get used for parts and stuff. It's a fine way to treat your robots.
It's fine and normal.
It's fine, and they will be fine with it.
It's called recycling. Eggman is caring about the planet.
True.
Oh, if there's anyone who cares about the environment, it's Dr. Eggman.
It's Dr. Eggman, famously.
Famously, he loves the environment.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, he, like, goes into the battle being like, yeah, I don't know if you'll actually beat Beta, but whatever. Like,
yeah, you kind of suck.
You actually suck, but, like,
I kind of got worse as I made you guys. I kind of just kept making you guys worse. Beta was actually the best one I made, so...
And then when you win, he's like, oh, actually you're the better one, and also we're gonna use Beta for parts, because fuck Beta.
He says, oh, I'm so good at making things, I get better every time.
He's like, fuck Betas, I'm a Sigma male.
He said friendship ended with Beta, and now Gamma's my only friend.
Yeah. He's gonna become a Gamma male.
Yep.
Is that a thing yet?
Did
we start something dark?
So...
We've got the alphas, we've got the betas, we've got the omegas.
We've got the omegas. We don't have...
Do we have the gammas?
No. That's me, the Gamma male.
Yeah.
Gamma male Morg.
Gamma males are non-binary people.
Yes.
Yep.
So...
It's like that one chart that's like various genders and stuff on it. Like, there is definitely something that's like Gamma male, femboy male, or something like.
Yeah.
I'll try to find it.
Just an inscrutable chart, and you're like, sure.
Yeah.
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 So the egg carrier takes off, and all of the all the E series units are together in the egg carrier, watching
for egg.
Yeah. He's Egg 102 Gamma. There's like this whole, I think Eggman just does like this little intro ceremony for himself.
Yeah, he does like this speech
spotlights
of like the troops and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving them a pep talk, even though he also treats them like they're just things.
Well, yeah, that's how people in charge tend to do it.
Yeah.
I love demoralizing.
It's just realistic.
I love demoralizing the things that I don't respect.
Mm-hmm. So the E-Series robots are assigned a special mission just for them.
Find me a funny frog.
Find me this funny frog with a tail on it.
Find me this funny little frog.
And take out anything that gets in your way.
It's okay. Property damage is legal.
Mm-hmm. So, Eggman sends them out, and we get Gamma in Station Square. The gameplay we showed off doesn't really show it, but like, a lot of people have like unique reactions to Gamma because
I was wondering.
That's so good.
Yeah. Like, there will be like people who are like scared of him or will like try to like say, I'll fight you, or, people who just assume he's a guy in a costume.
That's great. Cause, yeah, I was wondering, like, how is it just normal that there's just, like, a robot around town? Like, I know it's normal to have, like, Sonic and his friends around town, but, like, I feel like the people kind of know that, like, robots are associated with Eggman in Station Square, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they're probably like, why is there a fucking robot here?
Yeah. Also worth noting, Gamma has this thing where if he, like, runs forward long enough, he'll, like, transform into, like, a faster transportation mode. Whereas, like, his, like, little chicken legs will, like, bend down into these wheels. It's great.
He goes scooter mode.
He activates his Heelys.
Yeah.
He also floats over water. He just gets, like, this little propeller in his midsection.
Except for the times he doesn't, you know?
Except when they need water to function as a death pit.
Yeah, you know, except for the times they're just like, nope.
So, Gamma goes to Emerald Coast. He like shoots through all these robots that were made by Eggman, but left behind.
They're just being used as parts. It's fine.
It's fine.
He's freeing the animals inside them. It's fine.
It's fine.
It won't have any consequences.
Yeah, there's...
On his psyche. On their psyche.
There's nothing to think about. He's just a machine.
They're just a machine. So, Gamma is able to dispatch these robots and collect the frog from an unfortunately off-screen Big the Cat. They should have said
no
Big in the
was
scene.
there. I did not.
It's just like right off screen.
Mm-hmm.
I like could not tell. I was just like, oh, he found Froggy, I guess.
Yeah, there should just be like a static Big the Cat right there. I guess that's the sort of Rashomon nature of this game. Gamma doesn't even consider the existence of Big the Cat.
Yeah, we need to talk about the Rashomon of this later when he has to fight Sonic.
So, they have Froggy, and then, Tikal shows up and teleports them to the, past, or a memory of the past.
Tikal says, if I can't get Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, or anyone else to care, maybe this robot will.
Maybe I'll let this fucking robot
maybe
to
this
care.
fucking machine will care.
Although she seems to have done it by accident, because she's like, shit, fuck.
She's like, oh shit, you're here. Well, please don't kill anyone.
Also, I guess I'll show you, because you're here.
Yeah.
Can you tell the others about this, so they can get the full context?
Please.
So, Gamma, arrives on the scene, and their reaction is to, scan the area to figure out what's going on, and they get no data. They, like, take pictures of the surrounding area, and their response is...
This presents a problem.
Yep.
They just go forward and see a bunch of Chow singing.
They sound so funny.
Yeah.
None of them are like
So
singing in
God.
tune with each other is the best part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how Chow are, you know?
Yeah, they're all just vibing on their own vibes.
There's also like little ripples in the water because chaos is there. Tikal stops Gamma and, just sort of tells Gamma what's going on, like, how there's a powerful presence guarding the Chow, that they're a very loving and gentle creature, and, if it wasn't for their ability to protect the Chow wouldn't be able to live in peace. And she also mentions by the way, my dad is trying to take their sacred home. I need to get him to stop that, but, hopefully we can work out a solution. And then Gamma just teleports back to the egg carrier.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a mini vacation.
I don't think he reacted at all. Or was he like...
I don't think he can emote is the thing.
They kind of can, like...
Yeah, they can emote a little bit, but they just sort of accept this information. Maybe they log it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just... So, Gamma's in the egg carrier, and, all of the E-Series robots have their own, frog.
They're all different colors.
Yeah, I like that they're all different.
He
like that
programmed these robots with color blindness.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like that the robots are all different colors. Like, that's mostly the difference between them. There's like a purpley one, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. There's, Gamma who's red, then there's a blue one, an orange one, a purple one, and, Beta who we mentioned before is black.
Yeah.
Well, what you didn't know is Eggman is an ally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power Rangers ass robots. Super Sentai, I guess.
Eggman made a black robot. I think
Do you think Eggman watches Super Sentai? Do you think that's why he did this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've seen a different Eggman, like, reference, like super robots and stuff, so I could definitely see him watching.
Eggman is 100% a Sentai guy.
Oh, definitely. I'm getting a profile that Eggman and Tails are like the same person. They just chose separate paths in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kinda.
Cause you know Tails is also a Super Sentai guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just Eggman is probably cis and Tails is trans.
Yeah, it's literally just like the My Little Pony thing of like trans and right-wing extremists. That's just Eggman and Tails.
So, Eggman is very disappointed in his robots, except for Gamma, who got it right.
I was like, what do you expect? Like, only one of them would be able to get it right, Eggman. Like, obviously this was some kind of test.
I mean, he hates his kids so much. He's just constructing ways to punish them.
True.
So, for their insolence, Eggman sends the other robots to elsewhere. They get teleported away, and like one of them like reaches out to Gamma just before getting teleported away.
Yeah, generally thought he like vaporized them for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't work for later though.
Yeah, I was as confused when later popped up.
Eggman then promotes Gamma and tells him to go to the brig to tend to the two prisoners he has, the bird and the girl. The bird's the important one, though.
Yeah, fuck Amy.
Congrats, you got a promotion from frog delivery to bird delivery.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Gamma gets lost and goes into the wrong room, where he finds the disturbing visage of Beta just completely being torn apart, and all these machines like doing stuff to Beta. It's gotta be pretty fucked up for Gamma.
Yeah, like, just like, I guess they're not really programmed to like see the inside of themselves, so it's probably just like seeing the inside of a human being, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like, if the inside of the human being like was having the organs taken out and just replaced by new ones, you know? And some of those organs were replaced with like a new machine gun.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
Robot Gore.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
We all know about
It's
Robot
like,
Gore.
It's like Karzani, from Bionicle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't even... It's been a long time.
Or it's like that part in Cars 2 where that one car is set on fire in a torture scene.
Oh, yeah. It is like Cars 2.
There's a lot of murder in Cars too.
Yeah, Cars 2 is
There's
real
a
wild,
lot of
and I
deaths.
think about it a lot.
The thing is, they decided to make the second Cars movie a spy movie, but also that means a lot of death.
Yeah, for, like, some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Not to, like, plug another podcast, but I'm gonna plug another podcast. Kill James Bond, they opened their Cars 2 episode to the public because it was it was originally a premium episode, but
oh, that's good.
So yeah, I recommend it. It's very good.
Oh, holy shit.
They do a bunch. I need to subscribe to their Patreon because they did like Spy Kids and stuff.
I saw that and I've been
fuck
contemplating
yes.
it for a while. I didn't know they did Cars 2.
Yes.
I didn't know they did
Cars 2
Spy
is
Kids.
free though, so you can actually just listen to that after this if you
Yeah,
want.
but I want to know.
Finish this episode first.
Yeah, finish this episode, then, or right now, right fucking now, open up your podcatcher queue. If you haven't already subscribe to Kill James Bond, then queue up the Cars 2 episode.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, make it
your
an
next
extreme
one.
double feature, and then after that Cars 2 episode is done, watch Cars 2.
Yeah.
Watch the Pope Mobile.
Watch the Queen car.
I'll never
Watch
get
Mater
over
piss himself.
Well,
I'll
no,
never get
Mater
over the
didn't
fact
piss
that-
himself. A guy blamed himself pissing himself on Mater.
That's true. That's true.
It's the big crux of the movie that guy made pissy shitty on the stage and then blamed Mater.
That's 100% true, yes. Gamma leaves the room, says...
That was fucked up.
That was the wrong room.
Fucked up.
And then moves on to, the prison cells, walking past, Eggman's playtest display for Hedgehog Hammer, and into the cell where Amy and the bird are.
I think that Gamma should have gotten a hammer from doing this.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
You know.
Or let Gamma do Hedgehog Hammer, but with their gun.
Yo.
Yes.
It would be really hard to do because you keep accidentally highlighting the, ones you're not supposed to shoot.
Yeah.
So, Gamma meets with Amy, and
We've
the
seen
scene
this
as
scene.
before
Yeah.
plays out. The bird flies up to Gamma. Gamma has a change of heart, frees Amy and the bird, and Amy tells Gamma that they're a good person. Gamma then leaves and gets orders to get his upgrade from the ammunition room. This one's the jet booster.
Yeah.
You press A and while you press and hold down the jump button and you start to hover. It's a little flutter jump. Instrumental to this style of gameplay. So I see why Eggman had him get it. Eggman then tells Gamma to go to the rear of the ship to fight Sonic. And Gamma fights Sonic like we saw before. Of course, because this is Sonic Adventure, in Gamma's version of the story, Gamma wins pretty easily.
Incredibly
and
funny.
Must be stopped by Amy. I do love how in Sonic's version, he's the one who's about to take out Gamma. Gamma's about to take out Sonic in Gamma's version. Amy just stops the whole thing altogether in her version.
Okay, but Gamma is an emotionless robot, or maybe he does have emotions, we don't know yet, who I don't think would construct a false memory. So did Sonic get his ass kicked in real life and just goes around telling people he didn't?
I like to believe that.
I do like to believe that.
Then again, Gamma also... Well, Gamma just ignored Big, is why Big didn't show up in Gamma's story.
Yeah, Gamma doesn't care. Gamma isn't constructing false memories here.
Yeah.
But then again, what if they are?
What if Big isn't real?
Oh, wow. Much to debate there.
So, Amy stops the fight. The bird... Gamma's, like, staring at the bird. And, because the egg carrier is crashing, flies away. As Gamma flies down to the Mystic Ruins...
Yeah, I just want to point out that Amy is like, bye, Gamma, we'll see you again one day, and he just flies in the same direction that she's going.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gamma's going to the Mystic Ruins. They have to make, like, a little split at some point off screen.
It's one of those things where you say bye to somebody and realize you're walking in the same direction for, like, another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very awkward.
I know.
Gamma then... has a whole thing where, they sort of have all of these images of all of these very emotional moments they've had in the, let's be generous and say 2 hours they've been alive. And immediately decides to turn on Dr. Robotnik, alter their programming so that they no longer serve Robotnik because Robotnik apparently did not safeguard that.
I love that. He's just like, yeah, I can just delete this. And, like, I keep having, you know, it's like, these flashbacks give me enough power to delete this.
Mm-hmm. And Gamma knows that their mission now is to save their, family, the E-Series robots.
Gamma's so good.
Mm-hmm. I love Gamma.
That's great.
The person playing the video game then has Gamma go back to the egg carrier to get another upgrade.
Yes.
It's a bigger gun that lets you shoot faster and more targets. That's it. Then Gamma goes back to the Mystic Ruins and heads to Windy Valley to hunt down or destroy or rescue E-103. Actually, let me real quick check E-Series robots, because I don't know their... I can't fucking read Greek alphabet. Let me see. E-Series.
Yeah, I just kind of guessed on all their names.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go. E-103 Delta. Delta's the blue robot. Gamma goes through the stage, shooting down all these robots and freeing the animals inside them. Then faces off against Delta, and rescues them the only way they know how, which is to shoot them until they explode so the robot inside them is free, or the animal inside them gets to be free.
The only way to help you is through extreme physical violence.
I mean, that's how video games work.
I know.
It's great.
It's kind of sad, like, they have to, like, save their family by, you know, like, killing what they know of their family. You know, they're like,
yeah,
this is all I know them as, but, like, I need to free them.
But as we see for the future ones, they have been, like, turned into horrible metal monstrosities with their previous forms.
Yes, but even,
that
like, these ones,
Yeah.
Like, Delta and Epsilon were fine. So, after taking out Delta, Gamma then heads to, what was it? The Red Mountain, and, takes out, Epsilon, who is orange. After taking out Epsilon, they, go over their target list. So all that's left are Zeta and Beta. There's one for you, a Zeta male.
Looking up Zeta male now.
Gamma decides they're probably on
So the
board
first
the
thing
egg carrier.
is a song, so it's a song, and is that Johnny Depp in the cover of it? Okay.
Okay!
Okay. Zeta male, the rarest male on Earth. Alright. Just gonna scroll the lyrics on this.
I guess, wait, are these two different things? Hang on. Open an incognito window. No. Okay, so the Zeta male video is a different thing.
Okay.
Which I'm not going to bother learning about because fuck that.
Uh-huh.
And Zeta male is a different song by, Jason Vitelli.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Urban Dictionary says it's the fourth social hierarchy position among males.
Oh. What, behind...
Okay.
Behind
so
Delta? I
Alpha,
don't actually know.
top. Beta, second. Omega, the rest.
Wait, Zeta male is just Sigma male. What the fuck?
Wait!
What? Boo!
Does any of this matter?
No.
I mean, no, clearly not, cause now, I'm just every time they talk about, Alpha, I'm like, are you looking for an Omega male? Are you looking for your Omega? Are you turning this into some fucking ABO fit? What's happening?
Yeah, are you looking for your Alpha and Omega movie, whenever that came out?
Yeah, Alpha and Omega 5 Puppy Dog City.
God.
Puppy
Alpha and Omega, the rise of Zeta.
So
Zeta Gundam? I mean, that's something.
Gamma goes back to the egg carrier, and goes to the hot shelter, faces off against Epsilon, not Epsilon, Delta, no, yeah, Zeta. Why did I forget? This whole conversation was about Zeta males and whatever the fuck that means.
I also forgot
I will note,
we were talking about.
Gamma's version of the hot shelter involves riding on trains, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Jumping from train to train, taking out targets.
There's a section where he has to jump down a hole and as he goes down bullet time, shoot a bunch of enemies around him.
It fucking rules.
Yeah, Gamma's the best.
I want a fucking first person shooter version of this. And also, Zeta has been turned into this weird engine. Just this engine with Sega Dreamcast textures on it. I think it's a little weird and disturbing. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of the worst out of all of them.
Cause at least the other E series can move.
Yeah, at least Beta looks cool as hell.
Beta does look cool as hell, as Gamma soon finds out after, exiting the hot shelter and considering the remaining targets.
And he considers Beta and Gamma
Mm-hmm. There's this great shot of Gamma looking at their hand, realizing their own fate. And then, Gamma faces off against E-101 Mark II. Who is Beta, but changed. And Beta's got like these sick claw hands that shoot giant laser orbs. They've got these jets. They can like flash step.
And like deflect attacks.
It's a great fight. It's got some sick music. But no matter what, Gamma will defeat Beta, and defeat Beta is what they do. There's this whole thing where, like, they shoot a bunch of missiles and Gamma has to, like, counter all of them, which is cool. And after defeating, Beta once again, Gamma, now injured, slowly hobbles away from, the exploding body of Beta, remembering everything that happened just now. And the the picture of the three birds. And we get like this whole thing where it's like playing Gamma's theme, which is very sad and melancholy. And then Gamma explodes and dies.
Yeah, Gamma's just fucking dead.
Gamma realizes to be back with his old family, he has to die.
Yes. It's very sad, and like, the final shot is like the Beta bird flying away, and then turns around for just a second, and you see a pink bird, the one inside Gamma. It's great.
Yeah, it's just like, you're like, damn, Gamma has the saddest ending, kinda, in some ways.
Yeah. It's one of the saddest things in Sonic.
Because, like, Sonic doesn't have a lot of sad shit. It's just kind of like a, hey, yeah!
Yeah, the end of most Sonic runs are like, fuck yeah, I beat Eggman and I'm cool as hell. This one is Gamma being like, so I'm destined to die, huh?
Yeah. Like, Sonic gets dark, but it usually doesn't get tragic.
Right, yeah.
Like, even most of, like, I feel the other, like, Eggman robots in games, like, gets a go on.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking about, like, what if, like, Flickies, like, powered robots, and, like, well, I mean, they do, but, like, if they, like, one could take control of it and just, like, make a Gundam, you know?
Mm-hmm. What if they made a Gundam?
What if they made a Gundam for Flickies?
Yeah, that is pretty neat. And I wonder, I do think, like, maybe Gamma, like, when meeting the other bird with Amy, did, like, start to remember, like, the parts of them that were the bird. It's a hell of an ending.
Gamma going through this game being terrorized by the memories of his former life.
So, that ends Gamma's story. Gamma's theme doesn't have lyrics, so I can't, really, read them off, so maybe I'll just pump them in while we're talking about this stuff. And we move on to the final story of Sonic Adventure 1. So, you open up the game one more time, you, look at the, different options, all the different characters you can play as, and then there's one that's a big question mark that says Super Sonic. And then you select it and start playing the Supersonic story. We open with the tornado, which Big stole and crashed right next to his house. Very convenient landing. And it's still got the Chaos Emerald in it. And if you'll remember, Chaos had 6 of the emeralds. Or at least did before. Eggman is like flying around in the Mystic Ruins, getting really mad because he lost again. And now he's got to come up with a whole new plan. He's got to do some research on his grandpa. And then stops when he sees that blue puddle that we all know to be Chaos.
Eggman gets jumped.
Mm-hmm. He got, and then we cut to Knuckles, satisfied that the Master Emerald is where it belongs, only, for some reason, Angel Island falls once again for really no discernible reason.
It doesn't, like, raise at all. Isn't that what it is? Like, it's put back in place, but it, like, doesn't.
Yeah,
lift
well,
up.
Yeah.
like, it lifted up
They
when
say it's continuing to fall.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's already fallen.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe it's like tunneling into the center of the earth.
I think the impression that I get is like it went back up when he finished the story and then it fell back down again. So he looks at the 6 Chaos Emeralds, which he got after Sonic and Big the Cat defeated, Chaos 6. And he's trying to figure out what to do, so he gets them. He's gonna go to Sonic. But then he sees the fallen, near lifeless body of Dr. Eggman. And then sees, the puddle that we know is Chaos again. And then it cuts to Sonic.
Yeah.
Everyone is just getting jumped.
Yeah. Sonic's just sitting at a tree, thinking about, man, we sure did beat Eggman once again. That was great. And Tails shows up, and, Sonic's like, hey, did you get the tornado back that Big the Cat stole from you? But Tails says this is more important.
Tails says forget that.
Sonic runs over to the fallen Angel Island, to the Emerald Shrine, sees Knuckles and Eggman, both seemingly unconscious. No. But they're okay. They're alive, but they are talking about how Chaos got them, and to watch out. This is gonna be bad. And then Tikal shows up.
And then just the call shows up.
Desperate in this last ditch effort to explain what's going on, takes Sonic to the burning Emerald Shrine. Sonic starts to remember what's going on, and then sees, the Echidna tribe, plow their way through Tikal and a bunch of Chow to get at the Chaos Emeralds. Like, Tikal's like begging them to stop, Pachacamac is like facing his own daughter and is telling them to charge.
Faces his own daughter and says, I choose war crimes.
When given, Pachacamac is facing his own taking a shit for $17 quadrillion. Except this is, killing his daughter and a bunch of, baby animals. But even though his men are easily able to dispose of a teenage girl and some weird animals, there is a monster appears in front of the Master Emerald. And then there's a big flash of light. And then Sonic goes up to call. And Tikal and Sonic are like realizing what's going on. Tikal realizes that chaos is going to wreak havoc upon the Earth, and what the whole thing she was told about chaos is power enriched by the heart, the controller serving to unify the chaos, and
chaos is everything.
Chaos.
She seals herself inside the Master Emerald, along with chaos, basically. Sonic wakes up, sees a very, very sad Tails, and I'm just gonna screenshot this real quick.
He just has like the funniest face for like a good solid like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic is like, oh sorry, just took a little snoozles there, and Tails just looks mortified. And then it's just like, oh well, okay.
Yeah. Tails realizes it's okay.
Stop passing out, bud. We got things to do.
Yeah. They head to the Mystic Ruins to get the 7th Chaos Emerald from the Tornado 2. But the Emerald's already gone.
Dun dun dun!
Oh no!
We cut to Station Square. People are going about their day, as
Not for
usual.
long.
And then, the sewers flood, and water starts, like, shooting out everywhere from the sewer grates to the walls to the windows. It is a disaster. And Station Square is destroyed by a massive wave of water.
Flooding everywhere. Everyone is fucking dead.
Chaos saw how much property damage Gamma and Knuckles were causing in their routes and said, hey, me too.
Mm-hmm. And so, Station Square is rendered into complete and total destruction.
But it's okay, it was past 5 p.m., everyone was clocked out of work and already on their way home, so no one died.
Everyone evacuated.
This isn't like Man of Steel, everyone's fine.
It's like all the later movies.
Yeah, thankfully Bruce Wayne...
It's like Superman vs. Batman.
Yeah, they were at the abandoned section of the city.
Bruce Wayne told them all that they could leave.
They said, you're the boss.
But yeah, we get this great cinematic shot of chaos coming out of a tower and screaming, and this is perfect chaos.
He's also causing perfect chaos.
They're a big kaiju, big water kaiju.
They're just a big funny guy.
And they've got like.
This was the opening thingy.
Yeah, it's from the opening cinematic.
But I don't remember. Did we see the kaiju form in the opening cinematic?
I don't think so.
Don't remember. I think we at least saw the eye.
Yeah, I think we saw its eye opening. I don't think we saw its body.
Mm-hmm. And so, Sonic is in Station Square and says, man, that monster's a real menace. Thankfully, Eggman is here to save the day, with a second egg carrier built off screen, just in case something like this happened. But it's immediately destroyed.
Man, it's a good thing he loves to recycle.
Chaos. Yeah. Yeah, he loves the environment. Chaos, like, blows it up with a big laser, and Eggman crashes into, Station Square, and flies out of his, Eggmobile.
Okay, but you imagine how cool it is if, Eggman did a beam battle with the big kaiju?
Mm-hmm. That would be cool. Like a huge beam struggle.
Yeah. He can still lose because he sucks, but yeah,
yeah.
You know, it would be cool.
Mm-hmm. So Sonic sees Tikal as a glowing orb of light and asks for answers. Or more accurately, Sonic finally figures out that this glowing ball of light is Tikal and what's going on. And Tikal, finally having her story understood, takes her echidna form, and explains that, she and Chaos have been sealed in the Master Emerald for all this time. Chaos is filled with anger and sadness, and is going to destroy the world like last time. And the like emeralds fall in front of them, and like they're all gray and drained of energy. And Tikal begs him to seal Chaos back inside. Sonic, however, knows that won't help.
Sonic, however, knows about how to take care of someone's mental health.
Sonic is gonna therapy this shit up.
You gotta work through it, bud. You can't just lock it all inside.
If he's just sealed inside, then he'll just continue to be angry, and when he's eventually unsealed, he'll just try to destroy the world again. Or rather, he'll just be trapped forever, suing in misery and pain.
Whichever comes first.
Yeah. And then, the other characters show up, all in front of an emerald, even Big the Cat, even Gamma technically, because, with Amy, instead of like the, bird that's normally in front with her, it's the pink bird, which Gamma is.
I was watching this and being sad because it's like, Gamma doesn't get to join in to help. But yeah, no, he is there as the bird.
Yeah.
He is there in spirit.
So, Tails explains that Chaos, being full of negative emotions, only use the negative power of the Chaos Emeralds. But, if they use the positive power of the Emeralds, they can counter it. And make Sonic go super.
I like that he can go super if he has the good part. Like, he doesn't need the whole emerald, he just needs the good energy.
I also like how apparently the bad energy in the emeralds was what made them glow their fun, cool colors. And the bad energy is just darkness. Or the good energy. The good energy is just darkness.
The good energy is darkness, the bad energy is what makes them glow. The bad vibes make you glow.
Bad vibes give you fun colors.
Sonic's power is fueled by good vibes.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Which radiate off of you in dark waves.
So
Some Kingdom
Sonic
Hearts
becomes
Xehanort
Super
shit.
Sonic. Sonic becomes Super Sonic, and like, there's like a crowd of people cheering Sonic's name. Open Your Heart is playing.
Yeah.
Don't know where all these people came from.
I
was like, oh, they didn't drown. Okay.
They're fine.
They all know how to swim very well.
Yeah. The people that evacuated came back to like cheer for Sonic. So, it's time for the final boss of Sonic Adventure 1, Perfect Chaos. how it works is Sonic has to, like, run forward, or sort of fly forward while super, gliding over the water and collecting rings. And every time, Perfect Chaos is, like, shooting lasers at them, and Sonic has to dodge the lasers. And if Sonic's at full speed while ramming into Chaos, Sonic can fly into Chaos and through Chaos's head, and do damage. Tikal explains this as being turned into a bolt of lightning. But it works. Open Your Heart is playing. It's one of my favorite themes. It kicks ass.
It's good.
And then the first phase ends, and the music gets replaced with some, I don't know, it's not bad music, just, it's not fucking Open Your Heart. But Sonic races his way through this destroyed city, taking out Perfect Chaos, and this somehow works therapeutically for Chaos. It's like trepanation, I guess.
Yeah.
Chaos is happy.
Mm-hmm. Chaos is happy. And Chaos gets to see the Chow, who are probably in the Chow Garden that got destroyed. That's in Station Square, on the roof of the hotel. So Tikal explains to Chaos that these are the descendants of the Chow that Chaos was protecting, and how they live happily and peacefully. And Tikal and Chaos sort of fly away into the
They
afterlife,
ascend to
I
heaven
guess?
to join God in his kingdom.
Yes. Exactly. Quick lore tidbit, since, this seems like the right place to
you're
explain
gonna explain
it.
that the Pope exists in the Sonic universe?
He does in the Cars universe.
It is the car
No,
Pope.
but here's a piece of Chaos lore.
Isn't he like an evil Chow?
Yeah, Chaos is a big mutant Chow, mutated by the power of the Chaos Emeralds that guarded the Chow. The other Chow.
So the Chaos Emerald said, hey, to protect the Chow, what if I made you a really fucked up guy?
What if I made you gloopy? What if I made you one bad gloop?
What if I took all your bones? Would you like that?
Mm-hmm. What if I turned you into a big water gloop?
It's a no bones day.
What if I turned you into some Powerade? Would you like that?
You can keep a couple bones, but you can keep your brain and a couple bones, but the rest of you, that's all water, baby.
Everyone,
That's all Powerade.
Mm-hmm.
That's some Arctic Blast Gatorade right there.
Mm-hmm. So, with that lore tidbit out of the way, and Chaos's wrath, stemmed, everyone is gathered around, and Tails says,
All's well that ends well, right?
yeah, well, everything's fucking flooding. I was like, Tails!
Yeah, everyone's just like, wow, what a great day. All's well that ends well. And Sonic is like already gone.
Sonic left. Sonic has to go on another adventure. Sonic has to go get kidnapped by the government.
Yeah.
True, he does, because that's how the second adventure game opens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they blame him because of this natural disaster?
Maybe.
Who knows?
They're
but-
like, Sonic, you destroyed a city.
Mm-hmm. So, we get the credits, and I get to read the lyrics to Open Your Heart. Let's see. Hang on. This gave me the Madonna song. No, I want Sonic. I don't care about Madonna. I only want to hear Sonic.
Yeah, she just ripped it off from Sonic.
Damn. What if they did put Madonna singing that song, like the Sonic song, into the game?
That would be pretty good.
What if, like, Madonna was credited in a Sonic game?
Yeah.
That would be pretty badass.
That'd be pretty great.
That'd be pretty great.
Thunder, rain and lightning. Danger, water rising. Clamor, sirens wailing. It's such a bad sign. Shadows of dark creatures. Steel clouds floating in the air. People run for shelter. What's gonna happen to us? All the steps we take. All the moves we make. All the pain at stake. I see chaos for anyone. Who are we? What can we do? You and I are the same in the way that we have our own styles that won't change. Yours is filled with evil, and mine is not. There is no way I can lose. Can't hold on much longer, but I will never let go. I know it's a one-way track. Tell me now how long this will last. I'm not gonna think this way, nor will I count on others. Close my eyes and feel it burn. Now I see what I've gotta do. Open your heart. It's gonna be alright. Verse 2. Ancient cities blazing. Shadows keep attacking. Little children crying. Confusion. Hopeless anger. I don't know what it can be, but you drive me crazy. All your cunning tricks make me sick, and you won't have it your own way. Chorus. Bridge. If it won't stop, there will be no future for us. Its heart's tied down by all the hate. Gotta set it free.
Damn. It's about chaos.
This whole song, I was thinking about that Black Eyed Peas song. The people killing people dying, children hurting, even crying. That song?
Yeah. Okay.
I think they should sing this one.
So clearly this song is about, this is Sonic just sort of hyping himself up to fight perfect chaos, I think.
Yeah.
He's just singing to himself, hyping himself up for chaos.
This also goes into the Rashomon thing, because Sonic would be thinking, he's like, oh yeah, I'm standing here, I'm looking cool as fuck, this song's pumping me up. And then you cut to Tails or Knuckles, and Sonic is just in there singing this song quietly to himself. I was just trying to glow.
And it's off.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
He's singing his theme music.
Yeah, it's his song. It's his jam.
Yeah. So, for this sort of post-show segment, I decided I wanted to do a little progress report.
Ooh. Ooh.
So, we've been podcasting for about 2 years.
Yes.
Give or take a couple weeks. I meant to do this on the 2-year anniversary, but forgot. So, continuity number 1. Classic Sonic. We're almost done. We covered all of the pre-Mania timeline titles. We just have to cover a couple more noteworthy spin-off titles and then talk about Sonic Mania, and we're done. We've dedicated 8 episodes to Classic Sonic.
Nice.
Alright, bit of a shorter one.
Yeah. To be fair, the games aren't that long.
Yeah. Continuity number 2. Modern Sonic. We just now finished talking about Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
There have been 6 episodes on Modern Sonic.
We have a lot of games left to go.
We'll be here for a while, folks.
Now we've got the American Sonic comics. We're still in the early stages, but Archie Sonic is also the single longest running licensed comic of all time, so that's not really a big deal.
Yeah, we'll also be here for the rest of the time.
Based on our reading order, we just finished covering the section of the comic known as the early years. There have been 9 episodes.
Dan, you really like doing podcasts that you're gonna do for the rest of your life, don't you?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's
This
the
podcast.
podcaster's curse.
Also, like, kind of video game the movie the podcast, because, like, people will keep making video game movies.
Yeah, it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, and we also do it at a much slower rate. Let's see. So, continuity number 4. British Sonic comics. Where in 1995, the comic went from 1994 to 1999. Part of the reason we've only made this much progress is because we dedicated a bunch of episodes to Stay Sonic.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We've covered 9 British Sonic comic episodes. Continuity number 5. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're playing fast and loose with which episodes get covered.
Right.
Yeah, this is just us noob goofing.
Yeah. It's also the one we've talked about the most with 10 episodes.
Yeah, it keeps popping up.
Yeah, it's because we rolled it a few times.
It's also 5, which I feel is just statistically more likely with a D10.
I don't know if that's, like, actually true, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, when I think
feels
it,
like
it
that.
feels
By
like
the laws of the universe.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Your die is just weighted so that we get 5 a lot.
Weighted to Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Continuity number 6. Sadam. We haven't talked about that much, but also the show isn't very long.
No.
Yeah.
This is the one we've talked about the least, actually, with 4 episodes. Or, it's also tied with the other shorter TV show with only so many episodes, Sonic Underground, continuity number 7. We've talked very little about the show, and we still haven't gotten to the Knuckles episode or the Baby episode.
The what?
And there's a Baby episode of Sonic Underground. It's the weirdest and worst episode, and even though I couldn't stand the Baby Sonic episode of Adventures, I will try to do the Baby episode of Underground because it's so fucking weird.
I mean, it'll be good content, I guess.
You know, maybe sometimes a scholar should, like, keep forbidden knowledge forbidden, you know? Sometimes you shouldn't study bad things. It'll only hurt you.
They still haven't found their mom.
And they never will.
Even though she's, like, always just out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone they meet is just like, yeah, I saw her last week.
Yep. Continuity number 8. Sonic X. We're actually about a 1/6 of the way through the show, currently. Which sounds small. I'm not sure if that's a lot or a little. It's a 1/6. We're halfway through the first season out of 3.
I'm just waiting for us to get to the only ever instance of Dark Sonic.
8 episodes. Sonic Boom. We covered the first game, and also we dedicated a couple episodes to the first season of the show. 7 episodes.
Weirdest vibes.
Yeah, and the 10th and final continuity is miscellaneous / movies. This is also one we're pretty much done with. We've covered
most of what's available for, like, stuff outside the purview of the main continuities. And we also chose to skip over the Olympic stuff, because, as it turns out, there's not a whole lot to say on them.
Yeah, no offense to Sonic in the Winter Olympics. There's only so much I can say about sledding.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, you would think there'd be more to say about Sonic and Mario, but no.
No, they really just don't interact with each other in those games.
No.
All that's left is the 90s novels that are out there. At least the ones that I can find. And, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie.
Right.
And our continued war against Ken Penders.
8 episodes. Well, the war on Ken Penders is part of the American Sonic comics.
Oh yeah, true.
So yeah, 8 episodes. Yeah, that's less than 83 if you've been counting up, but keep in mind there's also stuff like fan zones, stuff that falls outside the purview,
our Halloween episodes.
Yeah, our Halloween episodes. The one Christmas...
Very special fan fiction episode.
Yes, our fan fiction episode, our Christmas episode.
The strange episode I see on our feed that talks about Big the Cat?
Yeah, that one. Don't know how that got there.
Yeah,
but...
that's the big continuity.
Yeah. So yeah, that's everything. Hopefully we'll be able to make it to. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about Sonic Adventure 2 in less than a year.
Hopefully one of these days I will be able to on the podcast officially talk about Dr. Starline.
No, never.
Well,
we won't
honestly,
let you on those episodes.
Until then, I will be building my energy.
We won't let you on those episodes. You're banned from them.
I'm like a rubber band. I will be just building residual energy until then.
Fine. You can go on them, I guess.
Thank you.
We've got some questions.
These are from last week. I forgot we had questions.
Yeah. Our first question comes from James the Cat Girl, who asks, so I will list a couple of these first two in tandem because they're about the same, they're basically the same question. James the Cat Girl asks, was it worse at Tails? Because despite everyone died and you could do nothing about it. And Teddy asks, Tails, did everything really end well? People perish, Tails. Your optimism does not raise the dead.
Sure it does.
Okay, so we just explained this, that it was past 5 o'clock, so everyone had already gone home and the city was abandoned.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne called every office building and said, it's an emergency, you can go home now.
They all said, you're the boss, and they all left and went home perfectly fine.
And we heard the cheering because it was just like recordings.
That was...
Yeah.
People were being...
That was their hype man.
People were being like...
It was like...
Zoom called in or whatever.
Yeah, they were being Zoom called in.
It actually, in this like Rashomon story, it is Sonic like thinking people are hyping him up.
You're so right.
He's just like, oh yeah, the crowd's cheering for me, and they're like, Sonic, no one's here.
Mm-hmm. Sonic, no one... It's all in your mind, Sonic.
Emmy the Mouse asks, so now that you know everything about Sonic Adventure 1, who in the game would you say has opened their heart the most?
Gamma.
Gamma. Yep.
Yeah, it's Gamma.
It's Gamma.
Maybe I would say Big the Cat, but Big the Cat already has their heart open. They wear their heart on their sleeve.
Yeah.
Can we talk about who kept their heart closed the most? Because I think it's Knuckles for not.
I think it's Knuckles. I was just gonna say that because he fucking refuses to learn anything about his fucking people.
He was just like, too long, didn't read, I don't give a shit.
To take a page from 0 to 0 and by extension reality shows, I think Gamma won this game.
He did. Most valuable player.
Knuckles was voted off.
Yeah.
First.
Teddy also asks, how do you feel about the weird low poly cutscene Chow?
They're funny.
They are funny.
They're funny.
The game
little
is just
guys.
the game's kind of low poly. That's just kind of what it looks like.
Mhm.
It's like charming.
This was 40k for its time.
It kind
This is high
of
def.
like I said, they kind of like sing out of tune with each other. So like
I know,
there's
it's
kind
really
of
funny.
like, I think you could like take that sound and like play it over like different music and it could be kind of spooky. And like, I think that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it'd be like one of the, that would make a good creepypasta remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the Tails doll. He was in this.
Yeah.
Lots of him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there was also a Sonic and Knuckles doll.
I know.
Yeah.
There was also like,
Jas-
which one of these
Yeah.
like games had like the horror movie section? Was it Amy's Route?
Amy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. This fucking,
We found like a creepypasta about it too.
Yeah. This game had many creepypastas in it.
Yeah. Jasmine asks, do you have a favorite storyline overall?
Wow, I wonder which one it could be.
Mm-hmm.
It's Knuckles.
I mean, yeah, it's Knuckles.
It's Gamma.
It's Gamma.
Yeah, it's Gamma.
It's Gamma to me.
It's Gamma to me.
Casey asks, what's your favorite character theme?
I'm
Hmm.
like blanking on what they sound like. Probably the heart one, just cause I'm like, that's the one I can think of.
I think I
So-
thought Amy's was pretty good. I can't fully remember though.
Yeah, that's right.
This one's a hard one for me to decide, but like, I think, like, I really like Gamma's. I fucking love Knuckles' theme.
Oh yeah, true.
Open Your Heart is the best Crush 40
Yeah.
song. I'm gonna go with, Knuckles' theme. I like hearing it.
You know, can we go back to the storyline question real quick so I can give like a close runner-up?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Tails for a close runner-up only because of the absurdity of it.
Tails had to stop a nuke.
Tails had to stop a nuke
That's
from hitting the
right.
city.
I also really like that, like, the Eggman lines are scarier.
Yeah.
To him. It
Yeah, that's
very
fun.
much, like, gives that Rashomon, like, even more.
It's really good.
It's
Gamma is like
great.
the best for character growth. Tails is like the best for just absurdity of things happening.
For sure.
And also, I also gotta mention Big the Cat. Big the Cat is great.
I just like thinking about
yeah,
him.
just cause it's like, he does everything just for
He
Froggy.
crashes a plane right directly next to his house,
He would
which
do it
implies
all
he knew how
again.
to fly that plane and just wanted it to crash.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. That's how you land planes.
He's like, it's not my
Yeah.
plane.
Let's see. Also, Casey asks, also since I think it got dropped, what's your favorite Knuckles song lyric?
Oh man. Oh god, I gotta remember the Knuckles song lyric.
Let me look at
Let
that.
me.
I keep only thinking about Pumpkin Hill. That's all I can think about. Literally anything. I'm like, that's the only fucking Knuckles song I can think about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Next time we talk about a modern continuity, we'll be talking about Sonic Adventure 2, and I will be at the very least reading one or two Knuckles themes as part of that. Unknown.
Well, let's see if I can find lyrics.
I don't even know what this song's fucking called.
I mean, I gotta point at, it's called Unknown from ME. I do like, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle, I'd rather flex my muscles.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
Big hippo energy right there.
Unlike Sonic, I Don't Chuckle song. Thank you. He talks about cleansing yourself a lot.
He's very religious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hard as
He's
nails, it ain't hard to tell.
Let's see.
The new porcupine on the block with the buff chest? You are not
He's
a
so
porcupine.
You don't know what he is.
Buddy.
Out in the wilderness with the
Yeah,
ruggedness.
No, yeah, I think the new porcupine on the block with the buff chest and the wild wilderness with the ruggedness might be my favorite. Cause it also goes into knock knock it's Knuckles. The bloat thrower. What the fuck does that mean?
Close to
know.
directly below it. I'll give you the coldest shoulder. My spikes go through the boulders. That's why I stay a loner. That's bars.
Great rhyming.
That's bars right there.
Beautiful.
Bars.
We love it.
Drashura asks, what was the first piece of media to make you complete the sentience of artificial entities? Contemplate the sentience of artificial entities.
Oh, I meant to look this up because I'm like blanking. I'm like,
Matrix.
Honestly, I think depending on how far you're going to stretch this definition, it's probably Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story was like
True.
the subtle fear of what if my toys are alive and also hate me.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story, but like also, I feel like I just always kind of contemplated it because I would like make my Beanie Babies talk to each
I had
other.
full-on conversations with my Power Rangers. There was actually my real answer was the Iron Giant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Iron Giant.
it might have been the Iron Giant for me also. Fuck. That's a good one for like not just like specifically robots too. Like that's a great one actually. Yeah, it's probably that. But I'm always thinking about the sentience of artificial entities.
Casey asks one more question. From all you've learned, what are the Amy, Gamma, and Big stories in Sonic Adventure 2 going to be like? What cool fishing locales does Big visit? I haven't seen any footage of the game, so I'm excited to see what Sonic Adventures 2, my 3 favorite Sonic characters, will get into.
I have bad news for you, Casey.
I
I have really bad news for you.
Yeah, they're gonna rebuild Gamma, but bigger and stronger and more bloodthirsty.
Big has never made a fucking cameo in the games. Or, I mean, Big only makes cameos. Big has never made, like, another, like...
You were very much forgetting Big's big fishing adventure, and I wish you would remember it.
Yeah.
I meant in Adventure 2. I'm sorry. I meant in Adventure 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Amy... I think you can play as Amy.
You can play as Amy in the versus mode. You can also play as Chaos and Tikal in that mode.
Does Tikal get to, like, fight as an orb, or does she, like, have an actual set?
Chaos and Tikal play like Knuckles.
It's funny, they both play like Knuckles.
I want Tikal to fight as like a glowing orb.
But yeah, I think you can only play as Amy of those 3, kind of, and not really even. I thought you could play as a robot in that game. Is it a different robot?
Let me... there are these Chow Mechs. You can play as Metal Sonic as well.
For some reason I thought that, like, Shadow interacted with a robot.
There is E123 Omega, but isn't until...
that in future games?
Yeah, that's not until Sonic... He's not until Sonic Heroes.
Okay, well, I'm misremembering, I guess.
Okay. But, like, there's also these 2 Chow there's like a Chow and a Dark Chow piloting like little mechs.
I do remember that, because you play it in the mech game, like, you can play as Eggman and Tails and the two Chows and stuff, and...
Let's see.
I thought it
Let me
was
just real quick
great.
check.
I'm gonna have a lot of moments of like, oh, when we're watching Sonic Adventure 2.
Just, yeah.
And then there's gonna be a lot of moments of me being like, I don't remember that at all.
Okay, yeah, I'm just looking to make sure. Alright. Spike asks, why are the other question askers being mean to Tails? Why can't I hug Tails?
I mean, you can hug Tails.
Yeah.
You can and you should.
Yeah,
Just
in
ask
fact,
first.
here's a very normal, completely, perfectly fine doll of Tails that you can hug.
Yeah.
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 Also, Tails is a child, so he just says dumb shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids say stupid things.
Yeah, he's like 6.
Teddy asks, was it just that the stone tablets predicted? I think there is like a line at the very start where Eggman's talking about stone tablets. And there were stone tablets in this game. The ones that showed Chaos destroying a kid in a civilization.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it kinda did. Chaos did destroy a lot. Chaos did go perfect.
Yeah, Chaos was feeling himself.
So, with all that read, it's time to roll for next week. Hey! That's another 2!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Let's talk about Sonic Adventure 2 next week.
Might as well.
Why the fuck not?
Wow, our prediction came true. We can do it before next year.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out how much we should talk about in one session. I will have us start by watching the sort of trailer for the hero story that shows up if you finish the dark story first, because that's very easy to miss. So, yeah, I'll do that, and whatever amount of hero story gameplay seems adequate.
Okay.
Because the way Sonic Adventure 2 works is there's a hero story, a dark story, and then a final story. Instead of like 6 different characters.
And none of them are big.
None of them are big, but Big, well, maybe we'll get to see some Big the Cat cameos. I don't know.
He's fishing.
I'll see.
In his own fishing adventure.
Yeah.
He's retired.
He's retired from adventuring and is just living the good life
he's
fishing.
Just living with Froggy, having his best time.
Yeah. So, I think it's time to take it to a close. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places, and you can find all those places at linktr.ee/big_challenges. From there you can find my other podcasts, which include, Pod of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We actually recorded just a few days ago. It's, Season 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is great and wild, and I love it.
Don't stop.
And you can listen to Video Games, the Movie, the podcast, a monthly video game movie review podcast I do with my friend Maxie.
this month we're talking about the 2010 Prince of Persia movie. I could give a little preview of what we're doing next month, but I'll save it. You can listen to... Oh, I forgot to mention, you can visit my Twitter, at Bigger Challenge. You can visit my YouTube, Big Challenges, where I have my, Fallout 4 Let's Play being uploaded. Uploaded a new episode earlier today. You can listen to my Finnish podcast, Chillbleed, about Illbleed. My inactive podcast, Stranger's Fiction, which is an actual play. And last but not least, visit at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. Today, April 28th, is Ed Balls Day. When Ed Balls, typed on their Twitter, Ed Balls, Ed Balls, for context, is, I don't know if he's still active or not, but he was a British politician who worked in education and famously had to do a thing where he went to every school in the UK and say his name was Ed Balls.
When your name's Ed Balls, you gotta say you're Ed Balls.
Yeah.
You just gotta let them know who you are. Never let them forget.
Mm-hmm. That's it for me. Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on podcasts. Departure Lounge still exists. Hunter Podcast. But my active ones are, Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast, and Digimon Ghost Gaze, a Digimon Ghost Game podcast. Ghost Game is back. We just put out an episode a couple days ago about us talking about Jellymon being a girl boss. So, it's good.
It does have a very good episode title. All of my ideas are perfect and nothing can kill me.
It's true. Nothing can kill her. That's it for me. Devon?
You can find me on a Hunter podcast called Going Will Hunting. We wrapped up a few weeks ago. We're starting to try to see if we can get episodes out. I'm also going through a move, so it's probably going to be slow going for a bit. And eventually we'll start recording on our next project called We Rate Queerbait, which is...
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So, projects in the works, nothing settled yet, but that's where I'm at.
Swag.
And you could find us on Noisepace.xyz. Noisepace.xyz, podcast network run by one noted Canadian, Matt GameCube, with lots of different shows on it. You can find all these different shows. You can find, normally I would be doing an alphabetical shout out, but I actually want to shout out something a little different. So, I'm going to shout out the Island Shuffle. It was a lost podcast, which, went through episodes in a random order, was partially the reason why our show is called the Sonic Shuffle. The other reason being that there's a game called Sonic Shuffle, and I thought it would be a good pun. But they came back, they uploaded their last episode, after, like, several years of hiatus. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, the last episode was August, before they came back, it was August of 2019.
Yep.
Now, April 28th, 2022, the finale has gone up.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually, like, very good. Like, even though they were on hiatus for a long time, I know a bunch of people that, like, re-listened to it a few times and thought it was great. I don't know enough about Lost. That doesn't always matter. Sometimes I listen to podcasts so I don't watch the show anyway, but I was like, I might be too confused if it's out of order, but...
Yeah. This one might be a little harder to get into.
Lost is just like that, but I know at least one of the hosts, Bean, is very funny. I don't know the other host very well, but...
Yeah, Bean, Leviel, and James Brown. Yeah. So go check that out. We'll do the normal alphabetical shout out next time. So, with everything said and done, there's only one last thing to say. Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He is the only blue line that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.